chance of rain tomorrow night there.
It's better than it was. There was a lot more than that the other day.
How encouraged are you with what you saw from Bundy?
Well, Dylan was really good. He's solid. Got to get into another inning that he hadn't been into. Well, he threw a couple more pitches than he's thrown. But he was good. Just elevated a couple of change-ups. But, no, he was the reason we were in that game. That was impressive.
Besides the fatigue of innings and pitches, did you feel like that first play, the comeback, or that little dribbler where he sprang off the mountain, do you think that got to him a little bit as well?
No. That'd be a convenient excuse. No, he just elevated a couple of change-ups. He threw the ball well. I don't know. You'd have to, who knows that answer? But there's always factors into it. I think it had more to do with Colorado.
Well, he's talked about kind of learning from each start. I mean, do you kind of see that a little bit, the progression?
Yeah, I told you, Dylan's he's a watcher. He's an absorber. He's alert. He watches his teammates. He watches. You can sit there and talk to him about something happening in the game, and he will know about it. He's soaking it in. He's learned as much from his teammates as he is, and I think he knows it's more than just about throwing. It's been fun to watch him kind of grasp the things that he's been exposed to and run with them.
Kind of following that up, his sequencing, he mixed things up, gave different looks, and, is that a maturation process, too, that he seems to be grabbing?
Well, I think, watching a guy like Chris Tillman, who, just, there's no sequence, there's no pattern, and, give Matt and Caleb things like that, and they can really, you could tell they weren't really comfortable. There wasn't much, we just didn't swing the bats. Dylan was, and I think he's got a tunnel vision, too. It doesn't matter whether we're scoring a bunch of runs or not. I think he's going to have the same approach. Very mature for his age, and he's really taken the opportunity and all the things that have had to happen to get to this point. And it's good to see him get a return for it, because he's not thinking about anything but making good pitches and trying to get people out.
Well, last 15 games, you guys have averaged like 2.8 runs a game.
Mm-hmm.
You see, could guys get a little mid-season tired or anything like that?
We're well past that. I think this is game 100. So, yeah, of course, everybody is. There's a team, one of the best statistical teams in the baseball, that scored 3 runs tonight. That's part of it, and we fought through it, and it's hard to keep the pace up that we were at, and thankfully, our pitching's been better, and we've been in more games, and that's why we have a lead in our division right now, because we've had other parts of the game pick it up.
What did you see on the Weeders ball?
I thought it was a home run. I think everybody felt like it was a home run. I actually thought the guy was out at first, that they overturned that one too. I was really surprised on that one, because he didn't beat the play. At the very best, he tied the play, which is not beating the play. I was surprised they overturned that, and I was surprised that they didn't have a quick home run call on that one. I'm not real sure what they're looking at. We got a real good definitive shot that it's a home run. They don't overturn. Sometimes you're kind of stuck with what the original call was, even though you kind of know in your heart it was wrong.
But Gray was pretty good for them, but you guys had a shot in the 4th inning.
Yeah, that was key inning. That was tough, because we had, he's good. We knew coming in he was good. We spent a lot of time on him today, and, he pounded the ball on a lot on the inner half, and that's why he was the 4th pick in the country. Third pick in the country, and I think 13. Kevin was, 4th and 12? That's what you get when you're picking there, but there's usually a price to pay if you're picking there. I'll take where we're picking, but he's really good. The Oklahoma kid, that big, strong, with a lot of repertoire. Good slider too, that he didn't throw as much as he normally does, because he had such good command of the fastball on the inner half.
Talked to Chris before. He's talked about potentially butting in that shift, and especially that kind of situation with nobody on. And, is that something you might see more of with him? It's there to him. We talk to him about it. It's one thing to do it. It's another thing to execute it. It's not easy when a guy's throwing 96, 97, just step up there and bunt a ball over there. I think a lot depends on the pitcher he's facing and how he feels against him. We had a lot of guys that obviously struggled against Gray tonight.